Counterpart to the Walt Disney Studios located in Burbank, California. And what better way to start off our tours than with the symbol of the Disney Hollywood Studios. If you look high in the sky towards the front of our shuttle, you will see our award-winning Earful Tower. It's based off the water tank design at the Burbank Studios. Ours stands at a lucky 13 stories and is capped off with a set of Mickey Mouse ears. It's quite the masterpiece if you ask me. The former parking lot to your left is currently our rehearsal and staging area for our stunt show Lights, Motors, Action. It's where our drivers hone their skills with a variety of practice vehicles, including the legendary Pontiac GTO, which was chosen for its high horsepower and split-second maneuverability. But we'll talk more about Lights, Motors, Action later on in the tour. Along with being a theme park, the Disney Hollywood Studios is also an active production company, which features several sound stages, outdoor sets, state-of-the-art editing facilities, and recording studios. Basically everything you need to produce film, television, and even radio. We've had several high-profile films to shot here on the Backlot. How many of you have seen Instinct with Sir Anthony Hopkins and Cuba Gooding Jr.? Anybody? Apparently not. Or how about Marvin's Room with Robert De Niro, Leonardo DiCaprio, and Diane Keaton? You have? Excellent. Finally, someone has. Or how about Honey, I Blew Up the Kid with Rick Moranis? That's more like it. Coming up on your right, you'll see two of the surviving P-40 airplanes from Touchstone Pictures' blockbuster hit, Pearl Harbor, with Ben Affleck and Josh Hartnett. Taken from a mold of a real P-40, these full-scale replicas were produced in fiberglass over a steel frame. Their wing propellers were spun by a hydraulic motor while they were shot and blown apart during the film's dramatic attack sequence. Now our production crew only built 16 of the full-scale replicas, 4 of them survived shooting, and the other 2 are at the Walt Disney Studios in Paris, France. The rest of the planes you see in the movie were built inside the computer. Up ahead is one of the more glamorous parts of our studio, the award-winning costuming department. It all starts off with a designer's sketch, which you'll see on either side of our shuttle. From there, our talented team of tailors and seamstresses take those drawings and make the costumes worn by our performers. The display cases coming up on your left feature costumes from the game plan, High School Musical 2, Damn in Real Life with Steve Carell, and our more recent blockbuster hit, Enchanted with Amy Adams. We are the largest working wardrobe in the world, with over 250 skilled professionals using up to 1.5 million yards of fabric every year to create 25,000 costumes, including these costumes from Pirates of the Caribbean at World's End. If you look on your right, you'll see lots and lots of tires. Now these tires are used for Lights, Motors, Action. The drivers go through a set of these a day. Coming up on your left, you'll see our scenic and graphic department where our craftsmen and artists build and maintain those sets and props you'll see throughout Walt Disney World at our various shows and attractions. We're now entering our actual area of the Backlot, where many film production crews prefer to shoot because they have more control over crowds, noise, and traffic, and even the weather, which we will hopefully be able to show you later on in the tour. In the Backlot, we can build full-scale sets that they can shoot on. Coming up on our left, you will see these 2 bone cages you might recognize from Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Man's Chest. If you saw the movie, you might remember what they're made out of and what they were used for. Speaking of bones, we're now entering an area of our studio called the Boneyard, where we keep all our oversized props that are not currently being used for production, such as this large prop steamroller from Who Framed Roger Rabbit. Coming up is this black Venetian Gondola from Casanova, the romantic comedy starring Heath Ledger and Sienna Miller. These 2 prop planes coming up are, the first is from Flightland, the 2005 thriller with Jodie Foster, and the second coming up is the Jailbird. You might recognize it from Con Air, starring Nicolas Cage. Nicolas Cage does star in our more recent National Treasure Book of Secrets. Those motorbikes are from our Indiana Jones show. Now a lot of our set pieces from our Boneyard are currently being used in a major production that's shooting on our Backlot today. Up ahead is a large circular set that is being used for special effects tests, It has been off limits for most of the day, but I'm going to see if I can get you inside. Oh, coming up on your left, you'll see Herbie the love bug. Well, half of him. We like to call him the split personality Herbie. I wonder when he'll find his better half. Alright, it looks like we have clearance from a production coordinator, which means we can head on to the set. So, just to let you know, I have been on the set before. I really wasn't supposed to be on the set, but just between you and me, I was. And the tests we were going through were amazing, so keep that in mind as we head inside. But we also have to remain on the bridge up ahead, which can get a bit bumpy. So hold on to any loose belongings, such as cameras, purses, bags, and your favorite children.